Hello and welcome back to another LEGO review. This time it's DC and this time I'm here with set 40453, Batman vs. the Penguin and Harley Quinn. The set was released on the 1st of January 2021, has 63 pieces and is rated ages 6+. It comes with 3 minifigures. As you'll see on the right side of the box there, you'll see Batman on the top, in the middle then you'll see Harley Quinn, and underneath that you will see the Penguin. This set retails at $14.99 in euros, $13.49 in pounds, and $14.99 in dollars. So here we have the DC Accessory Pack, featuring a Harley Quinn and Batman whose prints are based on the 2016 to 2019 Suicide Squad comics, and a standard printed LEGO Penguin to represent the character's typical look. This is the only DC set LEGO released in the January wave for 2021, which is a little strange, but it does feature a new torso and legs for Batman, and 2 figures that were previously available in only one other set each, so it's nice to see them a bit cheaper here in this little battle pack, or character pack, or accessory pack, or whatever you might want to call it. Now getting on to the rest of the packaging here, you'll see that there's a neat little thing that they've done is they have a little Lego man as the plastic there, which is kind of like really nice, I think. I seen this last year for the first time and I was just kind of blown away by it. I thought it was very nice that they'd actually do that. Just interesting, really. And on the back of the box then you will see pretty standard stuff. You'll just see like loads of little small print. You'll see also a picture of everything that comes with it, like you have your money carts and stuff and your dynamites and all that kind of stuff. So that's nice there. Nothing really too crazy, but yeah, let's just get on to opening it. So I'm not really sure how this is going to open. The last time I got one of these character packs, it was the promo, the summer promo last year, and before I got home from work Ava had it ripped open, so I'm not really sure how exactly these do open, so this will be an experience for me as well. Okay, so I'm not sure why they have the tags on the bottom when it doesn't come out the bottom. Oh, I think it could squish out the bottom there. You're still going to end up kind of ripping it. No, you don't have to end up ripping it at all, actually. Well, I did there, but that was kind of my own fault. That's interesting. Okay. And you got a bag in here, just one bag. You've got, obviously, enough the cape that would be in there, and you have your little instruction book. Now that's interesting because I didn't think you'd be able to get this back in, but like as you can see here, you can put it back in there and kind of display anything you want in there, really. That's actually quite interesting. Yeah, as he said, there's one bag here, so everything you need is in there. But yeah, let's get on to the build. So inside the bag there you will see a few printed tiles. You see some money tiles over here, and you'll see some eyes then here, and a control panel there, which is nice to see. One thing that kind of is disappointing about the set is it comes with Harley's mallet, but it doesn't come with any printed tiles or stickers even for the prints on both of the sides of her mallets, which is kind of like, I knew that before I bought the set, but like it's still just a little bit disappointing. You will see Batman's cape over here in the cardboard box as well, just to keep it from creasing or anything like that. And otherwise there's nothing really that unexpected, I suppose, in here. Yeah, let's get on to the build. So at the end of the bags there we have our 3 minifigures with their little personal accessories, with her mallet, Penguin's little kind of umbrella gun thing, and Batman with his batarangs, and you got spare batarangs there. You got a couple of dynamite sticks, you got some boxes to blow up, and inside then there is money, which is kind of hard to do with one hand, but we'll get there. Yeah, 2 things of money in each one, 2 little notes in each one. So I'm assuming that Harley uses the kind of kill switch or whatever it's called to blow these up, and then you will see, of course, Penguin's little duck boat thing. It took me and Ava like 2 or 3 minutes. Nothing that difficult at all. It's a very quick build. It's just minifigures, and the hardest thing to build is probably this thing. But again, it didn't take that long. You've a couple of spare pieces then here. Nothing too crazy. And just to look at the kind of fold up instructions there, you'll see nothing too crazy there. Nothing really other than the instructions at all, and a little kind of print there for the front of them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So on now to the review of the set, and starting off with the minifigures. Here we have Batman.
This Batman, as I said, was kind of based off the older kind of Suicide Squad comics, and it looks really well. You'll see his new print there for the torso has a nice kind of gold kind of belt buckle there in the middle, or else it's the belt strap, because the pouches then will be in front of that, but it's looking really well, to be honest. A little bit of a shine to it there as well. Going up from that, you'll see kind of a nice kind of standard print for Batman. You'll see like his abs and stuff like that, because it's kind of a tight fitting suit, and the typical bat symbol you see on every Batman. Underneath that then, on the legs, you'll see dual molded, if I'm not mistaken, legs there. You'll see the black kind of coming up a lot further than just the feet, coming past the knees there a little bit, and the kind of outside underwear that the superheroes wear as well. Definitely a nice little figure there. The cape is very, very soft. It's that kind of cloth, kind of silky material. So it goes up and down and moves around with ease and doesn't really fold or kind of crease or anything. On the back then, you'll see pretty much more of the same. You'll see a lot of kind of little pouches on the belt. You'll see the dual molded legs continued around there. The black and grey contrast is quite nice there. And you'll see a little bit of kind of printing there on the back, just to kind of define his like shoulder bones or collarbones and stuff like that. So that is definitely nice to see there. Nice that they've added in that level of detail. Underneath the cowl, you will see his head there. The first one, we have pretty much a stern face, ready for action, not amused in the slightest, with the little kind of white things up there to kind of, you know, fill in the eyes once the cowl piece is on. Black the whole way around then, bar the back print, and on the back you will see a bit of a smile there, so that is kind of good for imaginative play, and it just gives you a bit more options there. Definitely nice to see there. The cowl is the newer version. You'll see there with no bottom to it. It's literally just the top bit and kind of closes off, or just kind of ends at some stage. So you'll see there that it kind of doesn't really go around like the older figure. Definitely a nice little minifigure. You'll see there he has his 4 batarangs beside him, and that's all he comes with specifically. But yeah, a really nice figure, and nice to see a new version of him again. But yeah, next up then you'll see Penguin, looking quite well. It's just a standard kind of print, as I said earlier, for the kind of representation of his general image. He doesn't really change all that much throughout the comics or thing anyway, or throughout the Lego printing of him. You'll see there he's got his iconic top hat, which he always does, and his monocle there as well. He comes with his iconic umbrella gun there. He can hold that in both of the orientations. He can hold it like straight up like that, and if you put it up to the very top, it doesn't have any balance issues there. But if you do put it down kind of like that, he won't exactly stand that well, and he will just kind of fall over. He will also then hold it like a gun, like he should. That pretty much does cause the same kind of balance issues as well. Maybe if you kind of put it up a bit or down, like it doesn't really work that well. But I suppose for the instance of play, you'll probably be holding them and going around like that shooting anyway if you are playing with it. Definitely a nice little thing to have there, but it's just it has its downsides there. For the face print there, you'll see his kind of evil smile and his monocle, quite iconic, quite very kind of unique to him. Underneath that you will see the belly is kind of, it looks like the belly, or the jacket is kind of pushed away to make it look like the belly is fatter. And above that then you'll see the bow tie. Pretty standard stuff for Penguin, but definitely a nice print. You'll see then kind of a lavender or purple kind of pants there, short-legged pants, not the ones that move, however. On the back you'll see a little bit more printing to represent the waistcoat, and on the back of the head there you'll see no head print there at all. Definitely a nice little minifigure, but nothing really to write home about. It's, you know, it's good to have in for the sake of playability, but, you know, there's nothing really that impressive with it, I think. Next up then, we have my favourite figure in the set, and my favourite version of Harley to date. I have a coffee cup that I use with this particular version of Harley Quinn on it, and it's my favourite one. It's definitely a nice figure to have in the set. She comes with her detonator there to the left and her mallet to the right. Now, as I said already, I think the mallet should have been printed. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a cheap enough set. I think if they did add more printed elements in it, it might have gone up a bit too high. And then they'd have to figure out more pieces to put in there to make it a €20 set rather than a €15 set. So that's kind of one reason they could have like left out the print in there. Going from the top, you'll see her hairpiece is nothing new. We've seen this hairpiece before, I think, in a good few Harleys so far. The same can be said for the head print as well. You'll see there on the front she's smiling, and on the back she has her tongue sticking out like she got caught, so that is, she's not happy with that at all. We've seen the head and the hair at least in a 4+ set that was like last year or the year before, and she was in her Arkham Asylum uniform, so that by no means is new. And the torso and legs are relatively new. They've only been in one set. They're not new to this set at all, but they've been in only one other set so far, so it is nice to see them come into a cheaper set and just something a little bit more available. You'll see there on the torso she's wearing her corset with the little zip in the middle of it, which is nice. You'll see the black and red contrast, which is definitely really nice. Also then under that you'll see the kind of pale white to make it look like her skin is all white, which is interesting there. I prefer when she is like that. It makes her more of a superhero rather than when she just paints her face. I think it just makes her look a bit more unique this way. Over that then you'll see the jacket is kind of printed on there as well, with a black sleeve on one side and red on the other side, which is something she wears the odd time in the comics that she is taken from here. Definitely nice to see there. Moving down you'll see her little short shorts, and on one side of course is red, the other side is black. You'll see the diamonds there as well, just to kind of represent her symbology that she uses. And going further down you'll see she actually has printed feet there. You'll see the socks are different colours, or the shoes are different colours, and on the printed feet it looks like she might have roller skates printed on the bottom there. If I'm mistaken, then it's literally just a little bit more detail for the shoe, and it's that kind of plastic bit around the bottom of the shoe, which is nice to see there. Then moving around you'll see that one of her legs is actually red and one of her legs is actually black, so that's quite interesting there. Moving on to the back, you'll see her kind of jacket coming up a little bit, exposing a little bit of her back there. A nice little print there saying Harley on the back, and a little bit of a symbol there underneath that. Definitely fun and nice to see there. Yeah, I think this figure is amazing. I didn't mention as well that you can kind of see a little bit of her choker there up on the top, so that is interesting the way they've added that in there. And as I said, it's my favourite minifigure in the set, and to be honest I think it might be my favourite DC figure to date. Of course I'm biased because I love this version of Harley, but yeah, definitely a really nice minifigure. On now to the two little boxes that it comes with. There's not an awful lot to say about it. It's 3 pieces. If you count the pieces on the inside it's 5 pieces, but so far this is actually just 3 pieces. You'll see there's 2 little bits of money in there. The other one is identical. On the top there you'll see a 2x2 plate, 2x2 square plate with a little kind of valve on the top there. Nothing really to write home about. It is what it is. They're nice additions to the set. It's definitely good for playability and a good addition to any other play set, just to add in more possibilities really. Last but not least, now we have the duck boat, the Penguin's duck boat. I'm not really sure what this is from. It could be from the Lego Batman movie, or it could be from like any kind of comic or something. I just don't really have that much information on the Penguin. He's never really like kind of gripped me in as much as Harley or Batman. But yeah, it's a nice little like thing. If it's a boat or if it's like, I think it's a boat. I mean, it doesn't really like make sense. But you will see there a control panel on this side, which is nice to see there. And I don't really think I can really say a lot about it. It's nice. It's a really easy build. Maybe for a 6-year-old it'd be perfect, but for a 4-year-old, these little pieces up on top were kind of hard to push in, and even then I did find a little bit of difficulty. They were very kind of tough pieces to put in. Like there was a little stud that had to go into a 1x1 block with little studs all around it, and putting the stud in the bottom of it, it was actually like there was a good bit of tension there, friction there. It didn't really just slot in that easily like most other Lego pieces do. Now just to give you a little kind of demonstration, Penguin will just stand in there. That's why there's only 2 studs. His legs don't move or anything, so he can't sit. And then I will also show you him holding his umbrella in here, and this is probably the only way you can get him to hold his umbrella in any orientation without falling, because he's like push down onto studs there. It comes with, what I'm after knocking over is 3 extra dynamites here to the side, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice little build, but it's not that impressive at the same time. Like, there's not really that much I can say about it, so we'll just move on. So it's pretty much good value for money. It's a really easy build. A 6-year-old would be well able for it, and it's a nice little addition to any of your DC sets if you need like spare parts and stuff like that, or just needed some extra figures or something. It's definitely great for playability, because I mean, it is, as an expansion pack, it does exactly what it needs to do. I will mention, however, that the umbrella itself, the black kind of round bit on the top, falls off quite easily, and the batarangs are very tough to get into his hand. I'm not sure, are they new pieces or something, but it, like, you have to really kind of push them in there to get them into his hand properly. So that's kind of something I will mention. But yeah, great little minifigures, nice additions, and alright little builds as well. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you think there's anything that needs to be said. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.